People of Reddit, when and how did you realize that you like the opposite sex? Kindergarten. Girl had her hair in a braid. I noticed it looked a certain way, but I didn't have the word to describe it. I asked my teacher to help me. Braid, she asked. No, I said. We went through 4 or 5 more words. After each no, she'd ask me to explain more. Eventually she figured out the word. Oh, she said. You think it's pretty? Yeah, I said. She's pretty. That's actually adorable. I had a crush on a girl in kindergarten that stayed through 7th grade. I didn't have any explanation or reason behind the feelings in kindergarten. I just knew I wanted to be around her and I wanted her attention. I don't remember ever not knowing that I liked girls in a different and stronger way than I felt about any boy. In 1st grade computer class, I walked into class and attempted to sit next to this girl. By attempted I mean I missed the chair and landed on my backside. She laughed, but it wasn't a mean laugh. It was a cute laugh. I continued and failed to sit in that chair for the remainder of class. She became my first girlfriend and wife. We got married by the big oak tree in the playground. I don't think the marriage is legal because I'm pretty sure the 7-year-old pastor wasn't ordained. Or a pastor. My sister had Spice Girls on VHS. I was very interested in that movie. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, painted vans were a thing. People would buy a panel van and get someone to paint a garish, extravagant scene on it. X-wings, pterodactyls, dragons, etc. Sometimes all on the same van. My sexual awakening happened when one of those vans happened to drive past and the mural was of a topless barbarian woman with a broad axe posing against a background of an exploding volcano under a storming sky, with lightning and fire all around. I was about 13. This is the correct answer. There used to be a website called whitehouse.com. It was not a site dedicated to the White House. It was porn. My friends and I quickly exited the window in shock. But I thought, I like that. Holy shit. When I was 10 I innocently pulled this up for my whole family to see right before our summer trip to DC. Yeah, it was not about the White House. One day in 5th grade I noticed a lot of the girls in my class had boobs. Guys, is it just me or is BB like really cool? Boy was I jealous of those girls. I'm 25 and still waiting for them to grow in. When I was 10 and found an underwear magazine in the mail. Yes, before the internet. Underwear models in catalogs got me through puberty. There's a moment in the Two Towers when Aragorn comes busting through double doors at Helm's Deep. Yeah, that moment. Looks like you need to watch Eastern Promises. In grade 4, we had this really hot social studies teacher. One time, she had the class do jumping jacks at the start of class for some reason. All dem jiggles. I remember looking at my friend beside me as this was happening, and we just nodded at each other from the joy of the scene that was before us. No prompting was required. We just knew that we both liked the ladies. The movie Titanic. During that one drawing scene. I was pretty young, like 5 or 6, something like that. My parent put on Cartoon Network but didn't notice when its runtime or whatever was over and the channel switched to showing movies. One of the movies had this nude scene in it. I don't remember much of what it was about. I just remember there was a naked lady tied up to a chair. Anyways, the moment I saw that lady's boobs I was like, yep, I gotta get my hands on a pair of those. Remember the scene where Catwoman straddles Batman after she overpowers him and then licks his mouth in Batman Returns? Yeah. Coincidentally, looking back I now realize it's probably one of the reasons why I'm one kinky bastard nowadays. It wasn't a gradual realization for me. I was sitting, bored, in a 6th grade class, when I thought, I wonder if I still think girls are gross, followed immediately by, I wonder if I am gay, so I imagined myself kissing Mike, a hot piece of 6th grade male ass on my right. No, that was disgusting. Then I imagined myself kissing Clarissa, on my left, and this started the most intense and all-consuming crush I've ever had, or ever will have. It was fucking magical. Poison Ivy in Batman and Robin. Weird, but it did something for me. Probably around 5 or 6 when I got my first kiss on a field trip. Had a crush on her all the way through to graduation in high school. Never single at the same time though. Ended up just being friends. When I was 4 I saw a photo of Fabio. What followed was an exchange that went something like this. Mom, is that a man? Looking at his thighs, he looks like a tree. Yes. His name is Fabio. I liked him a lot. I didn't know what sex was when I first saw the movie Labyrinth, but I knew I wanted it with David Bowie. I remember having girlfriends in kindergarten. Had no idea what I was doing. I just remember always loving the ladies. I specifically remember in first grade I realized that boys and girls were different and I liked girls. I had no idea what sex was at the time, so that's interesting. Not sure what it even was that I liked. I can't remember what started it all, but when I was 3 years old I got caught kissing a girl under the pews at church during service. Like, we were kissing a lot. It's one of my earliest memories. LOL. P.S. I got in trouble. The girl started developing breasts and I couldn't look away. 40 years later, and I'm still hypnotized by boobies. This is accurate. Tale as old as time. Princess Leia. When I was a kid and all the other boys in my class went through the "you girls, cooties, no girls allowed" phase, I remember thinking, but that's stupid. Girls are pretty. We should want to be with them. Right there with you. I remember telling my brother I had a crush on a girl in kindergarten. He told me to ask her out and get her something nice. So I got her a 25-cent ring from a supermarket and asked her out at recess. She ran away from me though. Sad face.